Wow, guys! If you're tuning in, this is the first time you've heard my official intro theme song to Road to Ringside. I want to shout out to the Omnitones for helping me make that, and it is yours truly on vocals and also the trumpet. So I appreciate all the interaction that I'm going to get from that. Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to another edition of Road to Ringside. My name is Justin Winteroth, and we're going to be having a wonderful episode of Raw. It might be a lighter show, nothing too crazy, but we're definitely going to be getting some cool matches. We're going to be seeing Lyra Valkyria defending her IC title versus Bayley. We're also going to be possibly seeing Cody Rhodes. We're definitely seeing Seth Rollins, and we'll just dive right into it, guys. And of course, before the video starts, hit that like button if you think we are going to be seeing Cody Rhodes. I know he's not advertised for it, but definitely comment and like if you think we're going to be seeing him. And then also comment down below how you would book Chad Gable moving forward, because he is going to be El Grande Americano, it seems like, at this Minneapolis show. And what's going to be happening with him, I'm not sure, but we'll talk about it a little bit later, so stick around. All right, and starting off with that Lyra and Bayley match off, going for the women's IC title. I just got to start and say, like, what's going on here, man? Like, Triple H brought in a couple new belts, obviously in the women's division more specifically, and we're not really getting much storytelling with this. It just seems like Lyra is going out there every single week, and she's got a new random low mid-card talent she's going up against. Like, I think the IC title, you take a look at what happened with the men's title, right? When Gunther had that long, wonderful reign, and the IC title actually meant something in the men's division. And I really, really think that it needs to mean something in the women's division here. Now, if you're trying to portray Lyra as this amazing champion who never loses, then so be it. If that's the story, great. But let's make it a little bit more clear, and let's add some personality to her as well. She's not very vocal, and she hasn't done any promos. I need to see her come through after this match with Bayley and just kind of become more arrogant and more confident. So if she does end up defeating Bayley, she needs to take that initiative. And I mean, at this point, like, if that's not going to be happening, let's give the title to Bayley, because that's exactly who we can see doing things like that. I think Bayley is a wonderful title holder. Of course, her reign wasn't the best in the women's division when she was the title holder for the SmackDown brand, but you know what? She owned it, and she was confident, and she had mic skills. So we got to see Lyra kind of on that same level. But if we do end up seeing this match go down the way we think it's going to go down, we're probably going to have an interference or two. Of course, we have Ivy Nile, and then we also have Dakota Kai, who have been kind of gunning for that IC title belt. And I think it might turn into some kind of triple threat or fatal four-way match for that IC title at WrestleMania. We do need some more matches, so I think that's a very strong possibility, but of course, we will see what happens. All right, moving on. Seth Rollins is scheduled to make an appearance on Monday Night Raw in Minneapolis, and I think this is great. This is absolutely 100% needed for him to stay relevant in this triple threat match that he is having with CM Punk and Roman Reigns. So this is very good, and of course, we did get to see the favor that CM Punk cashed in with Paul Heyman. It looks like Paul Heyman is going to be in CM Punk's corner at WrestleMania and not Roman Reigns, so that caused some distractions and whatnot, but of course this made Seth look like the third wheel in this scenario. So those are some things that we definitely don't want to see, especially if you're Seth freaking Rollins. You want to be able to be in the front and have the attention that you deserve. Now, how does Seth word this to us to make him important? I'm not 100% sure, but I think that maybe he can take this to his advantage, right? He's going to notice that that CM Punk and Roman Reigns are completely intertwined with one another. They hate each other, and Seth Rollins is just kind of there. So his strategy might be to have, Roman Reigns and CM Punk kind of defeat each other, and then he comes in and just takes whoever's left, right? I think that's a great strategy here, and I think that's the route he needs to take. And guys, there is a huge conspiracy that I've actually been talking about for the last several weeks. I think that Paul Heyman is going to be siding with Seth freaking Rollins after WrestleMania is over. I think that he is going to go with Seth Rollins because it's going to throw a massive curveball, and it's going to create possibly heel CM Punk, and it's going to be really, really good for Seth Rollins. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm super pumped about it, and this is going to be one of the best WrestleMania matches that we've seen in a long time, in my opinion, as well. All right, we're going to have El Grande Americano in the building, which allegedly is still not Chad Gable. We have absolutely no confirmation on that. But, guys, here's my real problem with this. I'm just like, I feel like Chad Gable's being abused in the WWE here. Like, this guy's such a strong talent, and he's just somebody that I think is not being utilized properly, and it seems like he's just a comedic wrestler. at this point. I know Chad Gable's just kind of happy to be there, but his goal in 2025 was to win a singles title. So I'm not really sure if this is the way to go about it. But of course, if there's going to be a reveal at the end that he is El Grande Americano, then fine, I'm happy about it. Does the reveal happen on this episode? I'm not entirely sure, but I think it should. I think the sooner we get this out of the way, the better. But I do obviously see a feud looming here with Penta and El Grande Americano, which would be really sick to see as well. So I'm not really entirely sure, but I'm going to give you guys my fantasy booking on this, man. I would really, really enjoy to see this. Sami Zayn coming back as El Generico to go up against El Grande Americano. I mean, guys, that would freaking be amazing. And if you're not familiar with El Generico, it's actually Sami Zayn when he was back in the Lucha circuit. And dude, if you guys haven't looked him up, please go look up El Generico. It was insanity, and he was killing it and crushing it in Lucha Underground. So that's my fantasy booking for that. And speaking of luchas, we're going to be having Dom going up against Penta, and I think this might be match of the night. I think this is going to be really, really great. I'm sure it's been a dream of Dominik Mysterio to wrestle someone like Penta, a true lucha. So I'm very excited to see this match. And is this going to set up for the first solo loss that Penta has? I think it really might. I think it really might, because the reason being is obviously Dominik is going to be having some help in this match with the Judgment Day, more specifically Finn Balor, because they did just have a tag team bout last week with Penta. And I think this is going to be something really interesting to see. Penta obviously has no solo losses yet, and this is something that needs to happen, or else they're going to be in deep trouble in the WWE on the Raw brand if Penta doesn't lose pretty soon here. So I don't know, what kind of future does Penta have in the WWE? Obviously, we know that Rey Fenix made his debut on the SmackDown brand, and at one point in time they were the Lucha Bros. But I think this is where it needs to lead. Penta definitely needs to have his own solo run, and Rey Fenix the same. But ultimately, I do think they are going to reunite as the Lucha Bros. But Penta has this aura that you really can't deny. I don't think Rey Fenix is going to have that same aura. Penta is a very talented individual, and he even has really good mic skills. So I can't wait to see what happens with his career, but I love the idea of him going up against Braun Breaker at the WrestleMania event, and him going up against him to win that IC title would be really, really amazing to see. And then Braun Breaker moves on to bigger and better things, such as the World Heavyweight Championship. And are we going to be seeing Cody Rhodes on the show? I'm not 100% sure. He isn't advertised, but you know how Cody is. He's going to come and show his face whenever he can, because he is that type of champion. And what can we expect from him? What kind of promo are we going to be hearing? I don't know. I think it's going to be pretty generic, just kind of, touching up on everything and really talking about the trilogy of promos that him and Cena had. And of course, there's going to be a 0% chance that John Cena is actually going to be there. He's, only advertised for a certain amount of shows. He will not be there. It sucks, but it is what it is. And I'm not really sure why I think this, guys, but I think when Cody's doing his promo, somebody is going to be coming out there, and there's going to be some kind of discussion. And for some reason, I think it's Logan Paul. I don't know why. Again, this is just sort of a filler segment, in my opinion. I don't think there's going to be any seriousness to it. But I do see someone like Logan Paul and AJ Styles coming out and just kind of talking with Cody. And I don't know. It's just kind of my thought process on that. If I'm right, I'll look like a genius. But obviously, I know AJ Styles and Logan Paul have their own thing going on. So that could very well not happen. And that's all right. All right, guys. Overall thoughts on this show. I think we're going to get kind of a lighter episode, like I said. We need some more matches for WrestleMania. I mean, my goodness, we are running out of time here, and we're not filling up the card. So I'm a little bit worried for WrestleMania as far as these filler matches go. We got some great storylines developing, but we need to get some matches confirmed, and we'll see what happens. And how does Raw get booked till WrestleMania 41? I think this upcoming episode in Minneapolis, Minnesota, is going to be very similar to how the rest of the weeks are going to play out. I don't think we're going to get very many banger episodes like we have in the last several weeks. And guys, that's just how it is, man. That's just how it is in the WWE. We're not going to get banger episodes every week where it's like a soap opera and we're involved with the emotions and the physicality of everything. It's just not how it works, and I'm okay with that. I just can't wait till WrestleMania, guys. We are less than 2 weeks. Actually, we're less than 2 weeks away to WrestleMania, so I cannot freaking wait. And of course, guys, I really appreciate you tuning in. If you have not already liked the video, please do so. If you haven't commented on the video, please do so. And lastly, most importantly, guys, please subscribe. I've gotten some new subscribers recently, and it means the world to me. So thank you guys so entirely much. I really appreciate it. And as always, thank you so much for tuning in to another edition of Road to Ringside. My name is Justin Winteroff, and let's do the Raw review after that episode, and we will talk on Tuesday. Have a good one, folks. I appreciate it.